He's done it. He's actually gone back to redo one of the most niche playthroughs on the channel. Hey guys, Saxophobia here, and we're taking a refreshing look back at 2010, and the second game that I ever Let's Played for the channel, Imogen. But this time giving it the attention it deserves. Higher quality, best graphical version, and actually showing it off the way I had originally intended for this BBC Micro classic. Starting with the first one? Starting with the first one. So Imogen is stuck in this magic cave and has to collect the 16 parts of the magical amulet in order to escape. We're on the first level here, Balloonacy, and every time we complete a level we move on to the next one. If I start at A, it means I'll end on P. That's the way we want to be doing this. So for anyone who didn't watch my original playthrough, we're playing as Imogen. We have a limited magic meter, and we can metamorph into a monkey or a cat. This is very crucial for being able to solve puzzles. And of course, since this is a ye-olde BBC Micro game remade for Windows, the control seems quite interesting. So you've got Z and X as your left and right buttons. You've got the arrow keys to scroll between the commands and the metamorphosis. Spacebar will be to change what command you're using on the top, and then Enter basically is going to be either your action button, or if you're moving, it's going to be the jump button. Balloonacy is a really good level to start with because it kind of gives you the ropes of how the puzzles work and an idea for how magic is important for changing between the different creatures. As you've seen, the monkey can climb up ropes, and the cat can go over large jumps that Imogen cannot get to as a human. The important thing for Imogen as a wizard, though, is he is the only one who can use tools. So basically, the cat is for getting over high distances, and the monkey is for navigating rope-based puzzles. It's really fun because this game, still to this day, holds up very well, and this remake came out in 2003. So I've had a long time exposure with this game, and even now, replaying it is incredibly nostalgic, and I do love it. So, we got the bow and arrow at the left-hand side of the screen. We use that to knock out the table there on the balloon, and that means now as the cat, we can go down here and fall off the block. No, we can climb up the blocks and we can go over to the right-hand side, where there is a jelly baby blocking our way. But thankfully, we have the tools to deal with balloons, and also to deal with jelly babies who may or may not be causing us trouble. So the important thing to do, spear him. Bit unfortunate, but them's the breaks. We have a place to be, we have a thing to get through, and that was a very narrow jump there, kitty cat. Okay, so we just hop across this balloon, jump onto that rope, go to the top, and we grab the crystal. And as it is a tool in our inventory, only Imogen can use it. Every time we change using metamorphosis, that's going to use up one can of our magic meter. We have a fixed total of 50, and that is all we have for the entirety of the puzzles throughout this game. Now, interestingly, in the original game, dripping stuff is the second level, but in the remake of Imogen, it actually actively shuffles your levels. I'm going to be going based on the level order that's in the original because that's a lot easier to translate across. And the level names that you're given in the remake on the side frame are actually the passwords you would use to access those levels in the original. Then they would give you a different kind of password for the 2003 version. Regardless, dripping stuff is technically the second level, so that's what we're on to next. Little Fido over here is blocking our way to the crystal. So first things first, we need to get this bottle, and we need to start doing a little bit of fluid puzzles. But nothing too complicated, nothing with cogs and gears or anything. We just need to do a little bit of watering. So let's get straight onto that. Gotta go to this plant, and gotta go water this. It'd be great if I actually watered the plant and not the ground in front of the plant. That's gonna make my life a whole lot more difficult than it needs to be. Thank you. So, over here, there. So while that starts growing, it's going to get a couple more leaves. We do need to go get more water, of course. Thank you. We basically want to get this plant to touch the ceiling, that way we can climb all the way up. And we're going to be all hunky-dory. Make sure that finishes growing. Lovely. Thank you. And I think this last one should get it to the ceiling from memory. If it doesn't, worst case, we just put in a fourth one. It's been a little while. Like, I'm stupidly nostalgic for this game, but I think I'd be lying if I said that I played it more recently than I did for this recording. Because, it's all coming back to me. This is a game that I never had the chance to play the BBC Micro version of, but the remake I played like crazy. I think it was one of the games I played the most when I first got my XP, and it was a nice real kind of insight into the games from well before I was born. Like, the original came out in, what, 86? 86, I think, from memory. Acornsoft did amazingly with that game. So, thing to be aware of, this acid here does not look particularly palatable. So, obviously that means this is the kind of thing that we should go and take to Fido to see if we can move him from the bowl. Not the most humane thing to do, but again, we've been thrown into these puzzles with intent on the mind. I do want to be careful of that bucket as I go past it, because I cannot rightly remember if the poison gets overlapped by the water, and I'm not really willing to waste magic to find out. So, there we go, Fido. Thank you. So sorry for the tummy ache. Tummy ache? Tummy ache. I can do the talk. Regardless. That is dripping stuff done. 2 crystals down, 14 to go. So third up should be Sea Sword. Awesome. Okay. First things first, let's save over that old save. There we go. Fantastic. So, third level Sea Sword. First things first, we've got a seesaw there with a sword on it. Haha, have you seen the puzzle? No. But yeah, nice and straightforward, and I like the wordplay in the level puzzles because it kind of illustrates to you what you need to do in them. And it's very simple puzzle direction, and also I like the wordplay that they give you with the puzzle as well, because it sort of encourages you to play around with whatever the wordplay is they've given you for the puzzle itself. Now, I think I'm climbing up, facing the wrong direction, which is not ideal. Can I do something from here? Well, I'm gonna have to try. So let's do that then. Alley up. Knock that one off. Then that goes there. Brilliant. Lovely. Okay. So get the rock and go down over here, and then we go and throw it at a seesaw. Delightful. Alright, do as much as we can with the monkey. Now, that ledge should be close enough. And as Imogen, throw that there, that goes there. Sword gets pranged in the wall. And now we've just got to climb up as the monkey and grab it. Awesome. Now, if Imogen could just get upstairs, that'd be lovely. Do 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 do. Perfect. Awesome. Now, I can't rightly remember if Imogen throws the sword or just sort of hacks at the rope with it. But thankfully, I can do both of those things from down here. There we go. Okay, yeah. Whack. Get it? Yes! He sticks the landing! Fantastic! With that, 3 crystals down. Fantastic. Nice simple puzzle, but it's fun that it gives you time to play around with physics. Gnu-Problem! Oh, I do like this one. The password for this one is no climbing. Oh, would it be Gnu-Problem? This game is filled with puns! Get used to it! Okay. So, the fun thing about this, I don't want to waste the magic on it, but if we try and climb here, the new climbing sign stops us from climbing, because new climbing. Don't you know? So the idea is we need to find a way to actually move that sign out of the way so that we can actually climb in that screen. So if we take the cat over to the right-hand side over here, there's a jelly baby on guard duty, and there's a very precariously placed precariously placed handgun down there. I wonder what that could be for. Jeez, I wonder. Could it possibly be that we're going to kill another jelly baby? Is there a theme emerging here? Yes, there is a theme emerging here. We're going to Imogen's packing heat. No. No problem for me, thank you very much. So we take the kitty cat over here, then we go to the left side, and the gun is actually used for more than just shooting jelly babies. Because of course a gun will normally have knockback to it, and while it's not necessarily sound physics, nor was that English to be fair. We can use the power of knockback of a gun to shoot a sign out of the screen. So there's there's that, I guess. We can debate the physics of it as much as you like. But now that that's moved, it means we can change to the monkey and we can actually now climb in this screen. Which now means that the next screen is the screen we can no longer climb in, which means, since we're still holding onto the gun even though we've got the axe now, we've just got to shoot it back so we can climb in this middle screen here. And that new head always made me Newt feel very good. Puns, 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 puns. No problems with puns. Okay, gonna go shoot a sign again. I mean, to be fair, if Link can cut it in half with a boomerang, I'm sure that Imogen can knock it out of a screen with an M44. Okay, cool beans. Up we go. Over the head, back this way, and then zigzag back to head in the other direction because I really don't want to waste magic with the monkey climbing down and all of that nonsense. Now, provided I don't get ridiculous knockback from the axe, I think... Awesome. There we go. Wooden block done. Crystal get. That's 4 crystal shards in our possession. Where to next, Imogen? Okay, we're in Whippet. Fantastic. What was the part? RSPCA not here. I forgot that was the password. Oh my goodness, this game needs to chill. But yeah, this is a fun one, but definitely the subject matter is not necessarily the most tasteful, hence the password of choice. And as I live in Australia, I know exactly what the RSPCA is, and yeah, well, awareness is always an important thing. So, viewer discretion is advised, because I would never do this to my dog. So we need to move the Whippet back using this whip here, because it's a pun. But the game is very well aware that this kind of thing is not condoned, so don't think for a second that this is okay. It's part of the puzzle. Contextually, it makes sense. In the modern age, it's not okay. This frog. This frog is the source of many a frustration trying to solve a puzzle when I was a kid. Because every time the monkey goes to the side where the frog is, it's gonna jump over there. And there's no way of being quick about this. There is no way to get the monkey there faster so he can grab the frog. What you actually need to do is change to the cat here and jump to the other side where the frog is. Which sucks if you fall down the middle. Because this could be potentially a place where I waste a lot of magic, and I'm not in the mood for that. Thank you very much. Gotcha. Okay, so we did lose a little bit of magic, but thankfully, the 150 is pretty good in terms of the tolerance of what we have to work with. So now all we need to do is just head back to where the Speak Here Jelly Baby was when we stop falling on the floor. When we stop falling on the floor, ideally. That's the plan, at least. Excuse me, little Whippet, could I get a lift? Thank you. And this is why we needed the whip, because if we try and get past him, he's very protective of the rope. So we've got a little frog, and the frog likes to make noise. So if we take him to the Speak Here sign, he does a lot of the talking. And with that, that's this level all sorted. Why is that frog not talking to me? Anyways, that is Whippet done. I can't use the crystal as Imogen. No, when he's a monkey, only when he's a wizard. Cool. 5 crystals under our belt. Next up. Yes! My favorite one of them all. Saxophobia. Oh boy. This is to me quintessential Imogen. And music kills, which we will understand as we keep going. But the main thing we need to do is get past these 2 mice here throwing the ball. Thankfully, I am a proponent of doing puzzle solving when playing Oddworld, so dodging something that is in motion should be, ideally, something that I have a little bit of practice with. And so far, so good. I love the music in this level as well. It's so good. It just, everything about this level comes together so well. And yes, I get it. The music for this game does randomly generate between about 4 to 5 tracks. But oof, they stick with you so much. And I don't know what it is, but every time I played Saxophobia, I always had this music track, so I automatically associate the two with one another. That's just part of the way I grew up playing this game, so it's just good fun. Now I'm gonna jump over here. We're gonna go this way, and then Imogen's gonna play the cool tunes. Now I can't remember, does it just open because it's heavier? Yes! Let's do it! There's Jelly Baby here. He can hear me playing, but he's not really into it. So, I mean, now the main thing to do is with the cat, because of these annoying tiny little stairs here, we need to get up next to where the Jelly Baby is, and follow the passwords instructions. Guess I killed a Jelly Baby. Alrighty, so that's my personal favorite level out of the way. But how can the rest of them be as good as that? So the fun thing about this level, down and out, is the password is so self-aware it is hilarious. Guy Fawkes, beware. I don't know what to say to that, other than, my goodness. Be good if I was actually typing in my name for the save. Anyways, so, Guy Fawkes, beware. What are you looking at me for, Imogen? We've got puzzles to do. So, we've got a bowl over there, and we've got a stick over there. This one is a little tricky because I know you can do it out of order, but from memory, what we want to start with is the cat. So we take the cat, we grab the bowl. Grab the monkey, go up the ropes, and then we grab the stick. And this is the part I always need to be very careful about, because I think from memory I can actually minimize the amount of magic I'm wasting here if I change into... Oh no, regardless of what side I do it on, it's still going to be a bit of a problem. So if I turn into the cat, go over the... Yeah, even if I try to go to the other side, it's still going to fall over. So I've got to turn into Imogen, grab the bowl, throw it in the gunpowder. I've got a bowl of gunpowder. Change into the cat to go back over the TNT, to then change back into the monkey, to then climb up the rope. You can see how easily you can burn through a lot of magic in this game, and especially in terms of my old playthrough, that was something I came very close to doing, to a point where I inadvertently convinced myself I had messed up the game, and that I couldn't finish. I'm not going to do that this time, and my commentary has proved greatly that I know better than to assume these kinds of things now. So, we've got a torch there, we've got a wooden block there stopping us from getting into the crystal. First things first, grab the bowl of gunpowder, put it on the block. Grab the stick. Light the stick. Smoking now, as you can see. And now that means that if we take it over to the gunpowder, it should explode. Bingo! Well, we got a bowl we can never do anything with, and a stick we can never do anything else with, but, most importantly, we got the crystal. Alrighty. What is the next port of call? Awesome! Follow me! I do like this one, and I believe it's monkey business? Monkey friend, I was close. Okay, this one is easy to muck up the timing for, so I'm going to be extra careful here. Because we've got to get this monkey friend to follow us. But from memory, that might prove to be a little bit difficult. So first things first, all the monkeys love the banana, so we've got to go and get the banana. So, step 1, grab the banana. Step 2, we have to turn into the cat to get over the cannonballs, which is a bit of a bummer, but I mean, we'll deal with it for the sake of getting the puzzle done. And finally, of course, we've got to follow through with the namesake of the level, which is, of course, follow me. So in typical Oddworld fashion, we have to be the Abe, and we have to treat this monkey like our monkey Mudokan. Dun, 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 dun. And all that requires is just holding the banana I'm waiting for him to come into this screen. Grab onto the rope, change into a cat, and jump across. Wonderful. So if we don't muck this bit up, we're good, and we're over the top. Fantastic. Oh boy. So, where to next? Why, I believe this is the location of Imogen's missing transformation. I'm not referring to the dragon. I am instead referring to that duck there, and I will explain why when we get there. But nevertheless, we have the levels to get on with. So our magic's sitting at about 86, which, given how we've been doing the puzzles, I think there's maybe 2-3 magic at most that I could have saved up to this point. But so far I'm pretty okay with our ratio. I think we can still make it work. That's the important thing. Because now we're in a situation where there is a little bit of forced magic use, but otherwise I think we can get through this fairly quickly. So Duck Egg Blues is a pretty fun one because of Ducky over there. Again, who is in the password because it's Ducky time. But regardless. So we have to turn to Imogen to throw this small egg at this large egg. And there's no two ways about it. We've got to turn into the monkey, go back down, pick up the egg, and throw it a second time to knock it out of the nest. That is a bit annoying because it means that's 4 bits of forced magic that we need to use to throw that egg at the egg. And of course, the cat's the only one who can get the height for that jump, so we've got to change to the cat for this jump here as well. And then completely muff it up. Lovely! Get your cat. Do the jump, please. Thank you. Okay. So, I'm watching you, Ducky. So we're going to change to the monkey, make our way up this rope, and then just got to wait for Ducky to come back. Come here, Ducky. Change to the duck. We have flight. We have the pause screen. That's not what I was going for. No, I don't want to quit. None of that nonsense, thank you very much. Okay, enter key to fly. That's why I was having trouble. 1, I hit the spacebar, and 2, I hit it over the save load button. That's not helpful. Okay. Bring Ducky over to where the crystal is. Hop, 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 hop. Ducky, you are hard to control. You are very hard to control the way you do this. Anyways, Ducky time is done. From memory, next should be... Ah, yes. From Ducky time to dinner time. We are here for Pavlov-Was-Here. Okay, this one's pretty fun. I need the cat to get over that rock regardless, so we'll do that. And Pavlov is going to be over here, right next to the exit. Yes. Not to be confused with Fido. Not to be confused with Fido. They're in different trials, it totally counts. Anyways, so, important thing to remember with this. I've got to make sure I don't balk up my positioning. There we go. So I've got to go up. I can't remember. I think I have to hit the bell from the left-hand side. But first things first, we need something to ring the bell with, because we can whack it into the walls all day, but without a gonger, we're not gonna do anything about it. So we'll grab that first. And make our way right back over to here. Okay, so we've got to go onto the rope here, down, and then I'm going to do a nice solid jump to the top of it and knock it off. Perfect! I'm on this side, I'm not sure if that's going to... Yeah, I'm going to have to turn to the cat to knock it over. That could have gone better. Awesome cat skills for the win! Golly, and then we've just got to hit the gong to tell Pavlov that it's dinner time. Delightful. Right. Now, while you draw progressively into an umbrella, I have places to be and crystals to collect, so fare thee well, Pavlov. Don't let your tongue stick out too long, it'll dry out. Next up, tender hooks. Oh, I love tender hooks. Nuts. I love how the password is nuts as opposed to hooks. That's kind of... I love how the fact that it captures the humor that this original game had in it, and then it exemplifies it for the XP version. That's so fun. Yeah, I remember playing this on my old XP. That's how far back I go with this game. It's fantastic. But you seem to very much like this, the ring here, and I'm very bad at aiming the magnet. which is annoying because I kind of would like that ring, thank you very much. Come on, Mr. Seal. Not, too late, too late. Gotta catch as it goes past. None of this nonsense, thank you very much. Brr. That is not, it's just not. Unacceptable! Brr, and then brr. There we go, thank you very much. And like, even for a BBC micro game, it had so much personality because you grab the hook and then like the seal just looks at you and is like, you took my ring away. Why did you take my ring? Bless him. Poor little seal. Okay. Now the fun part. Learning to ledge. Now the fun part. Learning to ledge. Oh boy. Okay. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Throwing the ring at the hooks. Hurry up. Thank you. And of course we've got to repeat that again, so I've got to make sure I grab it from the bottom there without hitting the floor. Go to this next platform and repeat again. I used to always be very nervous about the positioning for this. But there we go. Now I don't believe I need the ring for the next bit, but I'm going to grab it just in case. We've been making a pretty good habit of leaving with items we don't necessarily need. No, there we go. We're done. Again. There's another crystal. We're done again. We hold down to 66 magic, which I'm pretty pleased about, quite frankly. So, next up, I think it's going to take us to this one. Babboonacy. Oh my goodness. Of all the levels I've done, this is one, by far, I am happy to restart if it causes me too much frustration. The timing for this is an absolute pain. This monkey needs to be out of the way for us to keep going, and I cannot rightly remember, but I believe these cannonballs here, cannonball fun. The password for this level is a lie. It is a bold-faced lie. Everything that the cannonball gets thrown at, it will explode on contact with. The monkey will only ever throw, okay, the baboon will only throw one. Even if we go back, he's still going to wait until we don't have one in our inventory. What we need to do right now is use this cannonball to distract this monkey so he goes down the rope, go back for another one, and go over the top. The timing for this is finicky. And we are very tight on time for it, so the quicker we can do this, the better. And my goodness, that monkey can climb like it's no one's business. Okay. Thank you. Fingers crossed we can get this done quickly. This is where I remember losing a lot of my magic the last time I Let's Played this. So, fingers crossed, everything comes together perfectly, and we don't get knocked back when we get to the... Yes! Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Speaking of Abe's Odyssey, monkeys zigzagging back and forth like meat saws. 2, 3, oof. And then jump. No, yes! Made it. Perfect. So all we need to do now is go over to here. Boom! Okay. That is forced magic we unfortunately cannot avoid wasting, but I have in the past been so close to the brick wall that when I bring out the cannonball, it just explodes on my face and knocks me down. Or just my spacing knocks me down and I haven't even used the cannonball, and that kind of sucks. But that's the worst of them done. I'm glad for that. Applesauce. Oh, I do love me some applesauce. This one is, yeah, hard apple. Thought so. As opposed to bad apple, which is easily one of my favorite Toho songs, but nevertheless, we have a bunny to deal with. Oh, pardon me. I've been doing this for quite a while. To be fair, some apple juice for the throat would be great right about now. But I'm not going to be picky. I'm going to be pippy. No, I'm not actually. I'm just going to go past this bunny, I'm going to grab onto the vine, and I'm going to climb over the top of him. There we go. Wonderful. So first things first, what we need to do is get some applesauce going here. And that primarily means we need to grab an apple. Now, fingers crossed. Yes. Knock this off here. That falls down. Give it another kick. Perfect. And that apple effectively acts as our platform to get out of here. which I'm happy for. See, the number of times I've played this game, I've had it cycle through in such a way that Applesource has been my first level, and to be fair, difficulty-wise, it's pretty on par with something like Balloonacy, if not a little bit more forgiving as well by comparison. That way out sign is way off, because we are nowhere near the end game of the oops. Yeah, I can't make that jump as the monkey, I need to go on this rock as a cat. I'm not too fond of the magic being used up in this fashion over here, but you know what, I'll deal with it because we are getting there, we are making progress, and we are steadily collecting our crystals. Imogen is finally reforming himself from the nonsense of being the dragon that he has had to deal with, and that finally means that when he comes out of here, he might be a little more sane in the head. Give or take on the slight bits of animal abuse we've been dealing with, which to be fair, is not going to stop anytime soon, because now we're here in Hamster-Jam. Oh boy! Hamster-Jam! Yeah, also known as McHammy time, not to be confused with Ducky time or dinner time, but definitely a jam nonetheless. Hamster-Jam, in fact, but Tish, not to be confused with the Hamster Dance, which is someone who did the second half of primary school in the early 2000s, is the kind of song that gets stuck in your head way too easily, but also you immediately recognize the melody as just a pitched up and filtered version of the intro music from Disney's Robin Hood. Anyway, Tulip Bulbs and Hammy. Yeah, it's called Hamster-Jam for a reason. And like with Whip It, viewer discretion is advised. Also, timing is terrible and Hamster-Jam, squish him. No, you didn't realize? You didn't realize I was going to squish him? Yes, that is what is happening. Except he's very perceptive. He is very perceptive. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, if the thing I'm wasting magic on, other than that kind of janky jump from the last level, is, you know, trying to get the timing of this right, I'll be fine. It's the other stuff I don't want to deal with. Good gravy! I think I'm better grabbing the bottom of the rope, because the higher up I am, then the more the rope is giving. There we go, that's much better. So if I wait for you to come all the way under, and then boom. Yeah. You saw that correctly, ladies and gentlemen. He goes squeeze. That's why it's called Hamster-Jam. So now we're just gonna plant the tulip bulb in there and it's gonna grow. Oh, this game's energy is on a different level, my goodness. It's, yeah. Yeah. Now this jump here, the bane of my existence. This is way more unnecessarily complicated than it deserves to be. And the main reason is this last part of the jump here. Doing this jump as the cat is very easy to muck up. You rebound from it so easily. Oh my goodness. Coming here with 46 magic is good, but, I can't rightly remember, but I feel like this jump was the cause of much unnecessary wasted magic in my original playthrough. And I like to leave this section with more than 40 magic, because, especially if I'm going sequentially, this is going to cause the problems. No! No. If I can leave here with 40 magic, that is perfect. If I leave here with less, I'm not going to be happy. Come on. There. Cool beans. Yes! Yes, we did it! We're leaving here with 40 magic. I'm happy. Thank you very much. Hamster-Jam is done. Good. 2 levels left to go. And this is the last one that can randomly show up as your first level. Fireworks! Oh, who's a pretty boy? He's not a pretty boy. I trust that text very solidly. Oh, stop your croaking at me. Okay, so the main thing we need to do is keep an eye on this party and work out what they are plotting. Other than sitting parallel to us, very much like the things that the frog was doing in the previous level. That's going to cause some pretty frustrating problems. So, before I go after Polly and try and go past them... Oh, fun. Fun. This is one I do not remember properly. Now, what am I dealing with here? Yes! Oh! It's called fireworks for a reason. It is called fireworks for a reason. So, are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? This is what we have just been given. A torch. Much like these ones over here. So we now have that at our disposal. And, yeah. This is going to be quintessential for doing this bit, because no matter how hard we try, you are going to find that poly is just going to be nothing but difficult. Because even if I come all the way down here, poly doesn't come to the bottom of the rope, which means even if I get over the top and try and do what I did with in Babboonacy with all of those monkeys, not going to work. We have no choice. You are not a pretty boy. You left me no choice, Polly. Thankfully, that kind of went the route of a Tarzan death, and, you know, days of early Disney where we didn't actually witness the Kentucky Fried nonsense. So, provided things go well from here, we just jump over that gap, and we keep on going. Why? Why are you still here? I do not like you. Kitty cat, kitty cat. That rope is a red herring. Never trust it. Never trust it. We are going to the last level now with 29 magic. If you can come in with more, say like 32, 35, great. Time flies when you're having something resembling fun. I would hope so. Otherwise, you must be cuckoo. So, this is going to put everything Imogen has to the test. We've got a path we can go left, we've got a path we can go right. We can't go left because we need that rock to come down so we can get to the left path. If we go right, there is an hourglass, and the same kind of problem on the right-hand side. There's a rock we have to drop. So, how do we do this? First things first, we climb up here. We go over to this rock, which I think we can do with the monkey. Yes. Change to Imogen, smack bang in the middle. Don't estimate, always use the rope as a reference. Hourglass. Time flies. It's a pun. Well, that's not the whole pun. We haven't got to the flying part yet, but you know, that's where this comes in. So what we need to do next is find the cuckoo part of this equation. Click, 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 click. 4, 5, 6, 7, bubble. Now I can't remember if I can grab it as the cat, but I feel like I can. And of course, you get 3 cycles for every time you hit the pendulum. This is why it's pretty time sensitive, and the less you can change form unnecessarily, the better. Bubble. Gotcha! Right in the cat's mouth. Okay, that's good. Pendulum just ran out. So, next place to go is to put that cuckoo clock that was out of commission back into commission. What is the thing it is missing? Well, the little canary we just picked up. So, how do we actually go about reactivating that cuckoo clock? Easy. Smack bang in the middle. Imogen again. Cuckoo. Change back to the monkey. Now we can't hit the pendulum with the cat because he can't get high enough. But if we go here... Delightful. Change back to the cat, jump over this, over that. Now, this bit is a bit annoying, because I think... Yeah, getting the placement for this is a bit tricky. I know the right-hand side is a little closer, but I don't know if I've still... Yeah, I don't think I've still got the jump height to get to it. So if I go like that... I'm going to try holding the jump button one more time, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to just try the other side. Nah, okay, cool. So we got to go to the other side. And then, that should be every piece of the crystal at our disposal. Look, we have a cuckoo chicken. Can't do anything with it. No, we can't even pick it up. Wow. Cool beans. That's it. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have every crystal piece at our disposal, which means the task set for us by the Green Wizard has come to pass. Imogen has learned empathy. And with that, Imogen, once again, has been completed the way it truly deserved to be on my channel in the first place. That's another Let's Replay finished. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.